So today is Tuesday, Toyota Notebook Multiplying Decimals Part 2. To start off, the question we're answering is the same as yesterday. How can the standard algorithm be used to multiply decimals? So here's the error analysis for today. The following is the student's exit ticket from yesterday. It says John earned 87 cents for each hot dog he sold. If he sold a total of 24 hot dogs at a game, how much did he earn? Your job is to do two things. First, solve this problem correctly because $2,088 is not the right answer. Once you solve it correctly, describe the mistake the student made. Pause the tape now and answer it. Okay, so when I take a look at this and I solve it correctly, I notice that the actual math is correct. 7 times 4 is 28. You write the 8, you carry the 2. 4 times 8 is 32, plus 2 is 34. That line checks out. It looks great. When I go to the next line, well, I have my leading 0. That's all good. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry my 1. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. So it looks like all of the math is correct. But when I think about this, if he's charging 87 cents per hot dog and he sells 24 hot dogs, there's no way he's going to make $2,088. Looks to me like what the student did not do is notice, okay, there are two numbers after the decimal place. So in my product, my answer, there has to be two numbers after the decimal place. And $20.88 is a much more reasonable amount than making $2,088. A couple quick examples with 3 by 2. If you were successful yesterday, this should not be much more difficult. It's just adding one additional place up here. First thing, I'm noticing there's two numbers after the decimal point, so I need 2 in my answer. Starting off with the ones place, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 times 1 is 4. Now that I'm done with this place, I'm going to cross it out, and I'm going to keep my 0 there just to help me keep track of everything. If I had to carry any numbers from my first multiplication, I'd probably erase them now. In this case, I didn't have to. I can move right on to my next place value. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 1 is 2, and now I just add up my partial products. 8, 8, 6, 2. I know I have to go in two places, 26.88, or in this problem, $26.88. When I move to my problem on the right, it's not much different than the problem on the left. So my answer, if it's correct, needs to be around $26.88 because it's only 4 cents more per hot dog. The only difference in this case is we're going to have to do a little bit of carrying. So again, we start with our ones place. 4 times 6 is 24. I write my 4. I carry my 2. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 times 1 is 4. So 4, 6, 4 is my first line of math. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase what I carried. I'm going to cross out the place value I just took care of, and I'm going to put my 0 there to hold the spot. Now I'm going to multiply the next place value. 2 times 6 is 12. Write the 2, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, and 2 times 1 is 2. Now I'll just add my partial products. 4, 8, 7, 2. I go back to my original problem. I have 2 digits after the decimal place, nothing here. I move in 2 places, $27.84. Take a minute to copy this down if you need to. All right, on the left-hand side is another additional example in case you need it. To determine the product of 1.4 and 4.83, remember product is the answer to a multiplication problem. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write the number with more digits on the top. I'm also going to notice that I have 2 digits after the place value here and 1 here. So at the end of my answer, I'm going to need a total of 3 digits after my decimal place. Go ahead and pause the tape now and work this out. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ones place and multiply it. 4 times 3 is 12. I write my 2, I carry my 1. 4 times 8 is 32, plus 1 is 33. My 3, carry my 3. 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 plus 3, 17, 18, 19. So the first line of math is 1932. Now, I'm done with that place value, so I am going to erase the numbers I carried so I don't mess it up. I'm also going to cross out the place that I'm done with and put the 0 there to hold it. Well, my next line of math should be pretty easy because I'm just multiplying 1 by everything. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 8 is 8. And 1 times 4 is 4. Now I can add them up. 2, 6, 9 plus 8 is 17. Carry it. 6, 7, 6, 2. I know I need 3 digits after my decimal place, so my decimal place will go right here. Think back to see if this is a reasonable answer. Well, I have 1.4 times 4.83. Well, I know this is around 5, and this is around 1.5. So if I multiplied 5 by 1, I'd get 5. So I know my answer has to be more than 5. 6.762 is a very reasonable answer. Okay, these two, it says determine the product of 4.87 and 5.2. It's set up below, and there's a gas station problem. At a gas station, each gallon of gas costs $2.16. If Mr. L buys 12 gallons of gas, how much did he spend? It should take you about 5 minutes to do these two problems, so pause the tape and work them out now. All right, this first one, it's a 2-digit by 3-digit multiplication problem. I'm going to start with my ones place. 2 times 7 is 14. I write my 4, I carry my 1. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. 7, carry my 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Again, now I'm going to erase these places and what I carried. I'm done here. I've taken care of that place value, so I'll put my 0 to hold it. Now I'm going to multiply my 5 by everything. 5 times 7 is 35. Write my 5, carry my 3. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 3 is 43. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24. Now I'm going to add my partial products. 4, 12, carry my 1, 13, 5, 2. Now, I know this number is way too large to make any sort of sense in this problem because it's essentially about 5 times about 5, so my number should be around 25. I have 1, 2, 3 total digits after my decimal place. I've circled them in the word problem. So I need to move in 3, which is right here, 25.324, which makes sense because 5 times 5 is 25, so my answer must be around that. The second example, again, it's the same process. I'm starting with this place value. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. Now that I've finished that place, I'm going to go ahead and erase everything that I've carried. I'm going to cross out so I know that I'm done with it and put my leading 0. 6, 1, 2. Add my partial products. 2 digits after the decimal place right here. And again, it makes sense because 12 times 2 is 24. So this is a little bit more than 2. My answer needs to be a little bit more than 24. All right, your job now is to complete the work for today. Hopefully you're still paying attention right now. The bit.ly for today is bit.ly/. This is a test to make sure you were paying attention the entire time. Capital ISMD2. It's bit.ly/ capital I, capital S, capital M, capital D, the number 2, ISMD2. There it is.